Hello. So today marks the day of change, of I say new direction. It's not a new direction. It's something that I've always had in the background. It's just like a more focused direction. And on one hand, the last 4 or 5 days, I have been really stressing about the decision. It was awful. Because essentially the decision was, do I continue with my membership for small businesses, or do I stop, or do I evolve it? And it was such a tough one, because the members that I work with, I've just made the most amazing friends, as well as obviously us working together. They are an incredible bunch of people, incredible, so like-minded, positive, vibrant. There's energy, this kind of go-getter attitude, and you really miss that. I feel like I'm really going to miss that, but also that feeling of I don't want to let people down. The whole thing about what I want to do with small businesses is to help them. And one of the reasons I started this 2 years ago almost was because I felt that small businesses could be very vulnerable to a lot of the sales tactics that are out there. Because if you're very skilled in your trade, if you're a hairdresser, a graphic designer, cake artist, florist, whatever it is, you're going to be amazing at that. If you don't have the business experience to back that up, obviously that's something you're going to have to learn. And I felt that left people potentially quite vulnerable. Not in all cases, I'm just kind of summarizing why I did this. And I kind of just wanted to share my experience with others and help them along the way. So there's all these emotions and thoughts going through in my head. Am I going to let people down? My gut instinct was saying it's the right decision to stop the membership. I then tried to look at, can I evolve it? Because I wanted it to feel right for me in terms of what I'm delivering, what I'm putting out there, what I'm taking money for. And it just, from an integrity and a value point of view, it just wasn't anymore. I think I still stand at 100% true that I feel everything we offered within the membership was phenomenal. There was so much value. We had PTs, different experts within industries that were all helping small businesses. So I do think it was hugely beneficial. But I think my reasoning for stopping, and one of the biggest reasons, was this kind of concept, and the only analogy I can really place to it is the sugar addiction, that we get this, when I speak to a lot of people, and I say we, generalizing a little bit here, and it's not for everybody, but when we attend courses or webinars or memberships, YouTube videos, whatever it is, all this content that's out there, and stuff that we're paying for, when you attend those, most of them are absolutely amazing, and you feel energized and inspired, and like you are unstoppable and you're ready to go, and that's like the sugar high. However, in what I've seen a lot of cases, a couple of days on, they don't feel like that anymore, because they're back to where they were before, because actually they're not addressing some of these root causes or issues of overcoming obstacles. And that's the self-awareness aspect, which I think is much more based on the individual, because everybody's so different. So then what happens? We feel back down to that overwhelming, I don't know where to go, I'm not sure how to start, what's my next move, how do I get more clients? So in order to get that sugar high, we take more sugar, attend more courses, join memberships, yada, 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 yada. You get the point. And I almost felt like I was adding to that noise, or library of stuff, without really looking at how do we solve the biggest part to play in this, which is taking action, right? So that was primarily the reason why I wanted to come away from it, so that I'm not part of that noise, let's call it that. And actually, how can I become more of the solution? And I don't have the answers. I don't know where that will go or how I can help towards that, because essentially it's down to the individual to take the action, right? It's like if you want abs, someone can tell you how to do it, but essentially you've got to put in the work to do it, to get the abs, right? So that was one of the biggest reasons why I kind of have decided to step away from it. And like I said, you know, from my heart was like, oh my God, I love these people. Like, I want to be with them all the time. I want to be part of their journey and see them flourish and help them as much as I can. And I loved creating all the content as well. Then my brain was saying, okay, hang on a minute. This is 40 to 50% of your turnover, and it's regular every single month. And you're just gonna say no to that. Which is not logical at all, doesn't make any business sense really. But, and I've always said this, and when I told some of my members, they were like, yeah, I get it, because for me it's not about the money. Yes, I need money because I need to be able to live and afford the things that I have, and, you know, just to put food in my mouth, for instance. But so I need money, and financial security is really important to me. But that's not essentially what's going to fulfill me and really drives me or motivates or creates happiness. Like, I've really recognized that. And before, like, if you'd have spoke to me even 3 years ago, I would have been, hey, look, I'm climbing the career ladder. I'm going to get all the big titles and I'm going to earn money. But that's really, like, yes, it's important to me, but it's not my purpose. Does that make sense? I hope that does. I'm trying to articulate this best I can. It's hard, but I'm not great at that. My brain is like a scrambled mess. So all of these emotions were going on, but my gut kept saying to me, you've got these values, you know what you're passionate about, you know what your purpose is, how can we do this in a different way? And that's basically what the decision was. So I hope, no, I don't hope, I can't hope, that this, in 6 months' time, we can look back at this and go, you absolutely made the right decision, Lauren. Like, that was the best way to go. Well done. Bravo. Or I might look back in 6 months and go, what the hell were you thinking? I have no idea. And I suppose my message from all of this to you, if you're watching and you've carried on watching for 8 minutes now, is to just go back to that gut feeling, because that's normally right. You know, I've always known that my gut is right, and I do sometimes think, oh, don't listen to it because it doesn't make logical sense sometimes, but it normally pays off. And like, don't be afraid to change your mind. If you change your mind and you launch something and then actually change your mind for whatever reason, as long as it's not a reactive part of your characteristic, which I know I have as well, so I was very conscious of that. But it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change the direction of what you're doing, like, because you're going to evolve. You know, I've evolved so much, even within these 2 years of running a business, that I'm really getting clarity as I'm moving along of what I really want to do, what I really thrive on, and where I'm adding the most impact in a positive way to others. And that is the thing that really lights me up. So, and if this is the other thing, right? I didn't really know what my purpose was or the things I was really going to thrive in or at for a long time. So I think just start, make a start, go and do it so that you can learn and you can change, you can adapt, and you can learn a bit more, and you can change, and you can learn a bit more, and you can execute this other thing. Keep doing, because that's the only way you're going to be able to kind of create this path forward. You know, it's like if you want to get from Portsmouth to Scotland, you've got to start driving. Otherwise, you're never going to get there. So keep doing it. You've absolutely got it. And let's see in 6 months what happens. Have a great week. I'll see you soon.